actually be a trail we can walk right here. Here, and do some calling.
So we're using pretty much Onyx maps right now to figure out some public land. If you have a position where you can go ahead and set up for coyotes just for a simple 15 minutes and call all these areas, this is all public land. So we just looked up on Onyx real quick here, certain locations to hunt. So I think that's what we're gonna do, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go sit up on top of this hill and call from the east side.
All right, man. All right, guys, so welcome back to another episode of Pursuit. We're here with Chris. If you haven't seen the last episode I posted yesterday, we went out pretty much second traps. We actually did some hunting yesterday as well, but my microphone went out on me, as you might have seen a little bit in the last episode. But we're right now here on some public land. We were just driving around. We decided, you know what, before it gets too dark, let's go ahead and film a couple calls here up on top of this little mountain right above me. He's gonna set up an electric call with his 243. Hopefully we have an opportunity to go out after some of these coyotes at. We use Onyx maps to get up here, which I would highly recommend. Go out on Onyx maps, whatever state you're in, they can help you, pick out different locations where you can hunt. It all based upon like boundary lines and everything like that. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna use a 243. Hopefully we get it done. There's a lot of coyotes out here. He actually last year, you've seen some coyotes out here, right?
I've seen when I was out antelope hunting too.
So that was this year. That was only like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago?
That was about a month ago.
Oh, but okay. All right, well, with that being said, hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you up on the mountain.
We have some coyote poop. Fairly old, I'd say it's about a week old. And if we come over here, we have some cat. And this is probably in the summer sometime. So there's definitely cats and coyotes that are coming up in here.
They might come up here, up on top of these rocks to overlooking this prairie. They also might come up on top in this sagebrush because it's a perfect location to hide and also look for food inside these sagebrushes. Even in these little holes where all the mice and rats might live.
Right here, there's a fence line. That's right here. So we're on this side of the road, which we got, I'm thinking, there's some antelope sitting right there. If we can get up, probably right up on top of this rock here, and then call this kind of section of land. Because we'll have coyotes that will come over here, get into this area where we can shoot them, since that's private land and this ain't private. This is national grasslands.
Okay, which you can't hunt.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Dude, we got a lot of trees here, eaten by deer or cattle or whatever.
Antelope.
Antelope. There you go. Okay, we only set up for about 15 minutes. We have a couple different spots we want to try. And the thing with coyote calling, especially here in Wyoming, you have so much land to deal with. I know you can bring a coyote in from a long distance away, but we have a couple different spots, and we also have traps to look for. So, for how open this area is, we're thinking we want to try a couple different spots in about a 10 mile zone.
Yeah. It's going to take about a 15-minute drive just to get to the other spot.
Exactly, and then another maybe 10 to set up. So we're looking at right now close to about 3:45. We only have until about 5 to call accurately when it's light out. And then we're going to go set up the traps, check the traps at nighttime, which is hopefully we'll catch a coyote.
Yeah.
That's our goal, man. That is our freaking goal when it comes to trapping and hunting is to always have fun and always learn things and maybe have success if it all comes out to be you know, all comes out together.
Exactly. They were chasing a deer.
You see they're chasing the deer. Oh yeah, dude, they're sniffing it. That's what they were doing. Okay, see,
They come running that way.
we're just walking down, and if you can actually look really closely, there's a coyote track on top of a deer track. See, they're chasing a young one because that track isn't very big. It's about smaller than the coyote track, but
They're here.
right in these little mounds, they're chasing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is probably this afternoon lately because
It is because it's nice and fluffy, and it's not hardened yet.
like if you flip this,
It's wet.
yep, and
It's wet.
just by this stuff ain't hard. Like I could.
Yeah, no, it's probably within a day or two.
Sponsored by Dots Pretzels.
Not really. Not really at all.
Dots keeps us hungry, keeps our stomachs not hungry. When we're coyote hunting, trapping, or anything, go down to your local gas station or anything and go buy yourself some Dots. You'll live forever. Trust me.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag no sponsored by Dots.
Now, do you ever see, this is a secondary spot. You ever see COYOTE here, man?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Is that like nighttime or dusk or sunrise?
Right about now, because I get off school and I come out and call.
Ever get one here?
Never actually tried to shoot. I've just,
Spot them in the fields and whatnot.
yeah, I like to park out here because there's this big sagebrush and you cannot see my truck. So
That's good. Awesome.
I just hang my key in the.
In the little bush.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I probably should not have said that because someone's gonna come steal my keys now.
There's a good chance.
So there's a draw about 500 yards away, and I've always heard coyotes back there. So I feel like it's really lucky back there.
And we also got a lot of sagebrush, you can see. Sagebrush is really important though for coyotes. It's good, you know, they use that to sneak up on their prey, or use that to hide throughout the day, or even nighttime. They look for animals and scavengers and stuff like that.
That's where a lot of jackrabbits, cottontails, and all sorts of other stuff like to hide.
Yep. Let me carrot so it doesn't fall in. Accidentally, the trigger goes off and no, it's not loaded yet.
Let's see if this fence can hold my fat weight. Hey, wear your muck boots. You can crawl over any fence you want and not have to worry about.
Watch out for your hands there, buddy. That's
Trust me, I do this all the time.
Really?
Yeah,
You good?
of course.
Awesome. All right, you want your gun back?
Sure.
Good. go down? Okay. Well, we can go over there for blood. Okay. We have a crap ton of coyotes back there near the we missed 2. There's about 4 of them. You hear that? We should probably hold on to one for that. Alright, it might be kind of hard. I don't know by the time we get over there it's gonna be too dark, but I'll try my best. If you guys did not see recently on film, we called 2 yotes in from I don't know, probably over a mile away. They probably came over, we're not sure, but we were probably gonna give it about 5 minutes left, and then those yotes showed up. We called them into about 200 yards, and then they were in the open.
Well, we had one in about, I'd say about 75.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first one was literally right here.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. He was standing right here.
I didn't realize it was that close.
Yeah, he was.
That's the one you shot at.
Yeah,
so I was aiming at 2 that were over here.
Yeah, because the first one, because I seen the second one that was kind of down here.
Yeah.
But then I seen this one here, and I thought you were talking about this one.
Oh no, dude! I thought that's the one you shot at.
Yeah, I shot one like right here.
Okay, because that's the one that I saw take off, and we'll check on the camera again, but just to make sure. But we saw 2, missed the first one, and then we lost sight of them. We were following them, and then they went up to about over 200 yards. I would say over 200 yards, and then one stopped, and then Chris shot again, and then he lost sight of it. So we're not sure if we dropped it in its tracks, or if he shot it and it tumbled, or what. But sometimes when you're shooting a yote that's moving, or a yote that's stopped in a lot of sagebrush, things happen very, 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 very fast. Post call, then about 5 minutes after, we heard about 4 yotes off of maybe, we can't really tell, but it's off of the next ridge, which is about 3 miles away. We have 2 yotes sneaking up on us right now. Slow down. We are going to check in on this coyote. We heard some coming in. Oh, they're getting closer, dude. I can hear him. Oh, there he is, dude. Well, I can hear him. Can't see him yet. No, dude, there's a guy with him. Alright guys, so we just finished up coyote hunting. This is, I guess, the evening here in Wyoming, November 23rd. I was hunting with Chris. You can follow him down in the description or right here. His Instagram will be down there if you're curious on his success in the future. Well, we just got done coyote hunting. What happened pretty much was we were calling for about 45 minutes, doing rabbits and also female coyote calls, as you might have noticed. And those coyotes, it was probably about a couple minutes before we were going to leave. We had a couple coyotes come running in. Originally, I saw them cross the road. They bedded down as a car was coming, so the car didn't see him. They bedded down and waited till the car was gone. He put in a rapid distress. Then the coyotes started coming across the field. One was about 75 yards. He shot at it, missed. They both took off. And then the second one, which we believe what it was that he shot at the second time, stopped at about 200 yards. He shot and the coyote disappeared, which is kind of funny. We went up there and checked. We went to the exact spot where the coyote was. We could not find him. And as we were looking and walking there, we had a fox. What was it, a fox and a coyote? Or what was it?
Fox and probably 3 coyotes calling at us.
We quickly knelt down to see if they would come closer. They never came close, and they got too dark for us because we don't have any spotlights. But that was a kind of, I would say that's a pretty dang successful. We actually had total about 7 different animals that we called. We had 2 that called in. We had about 5 that responded. 1 fox, 6 coyotes possibly. So it's a very successful day here in one kind of 6 mile, 5 mile, 10 mile range here in calling and whatnot. But you know, coyote hunting, coyote is an absolute fun way to hunt, and it's enjoyment. You know, learning how to call them in and whatnot like that. Also, deer hunting come around. So for all you guys that are deer hunters, wish you luck, and hopefully you get something. See you guys next time on Antlered Pursuit.